everyone, it's Hexit here. Welcome back to another video, and today we'll talk about farm alliances, how to set the territory up, how you can acquire the best elite mines, what is the technology that you need to focus on a farm alliance in opposition to that on a main alliance, how important it is to have certain technology that increases your resource production, and so on and so on. So without further ado, let's get into that. First of all, in the beginning of a realm, this is when it is becoming most important when you're setting up your farm alliances, when you're starting it off. Once you create your alliance, you will need initially to have 2,000 alliance points to be able to place your alliance castle wherever you want. So basically, there are two items here. Let's say that when you're donating resources to your alliance technology itself, you get or you give your alliance something known as alliance points, and that is what we use also to plant flags when we want to acquire territory. And also when you're donating your resources to your alliance, you also get alliance honor, with which you can buy all these special items like peace shield or crystal coins or whatever you need. Even elite teleports are there available there. So after clearing that up, let's go into the territory itself. When you look at the map, the world map, there is actually a point where you can see the resource distribution and actually in the whole map. Like if you click on the small icon here that says resource distribution, you can actually see the different levels of resources available and the regions that they are part of. Here, and you see, like, you just have to keep in mind that the lightest green is actually level 1. What it is written here is not accurate. Everything is clustered in the lightest green area possible, where it actually shows resource region level 3. That's where normally the level 1 and level 2 mines are located, and then level one mine is located, and 2 and 3 are kind of close together in this middle area, and then 4 and 5 along the smaller circle, and finally in the mud region the level 6 tiles are located. So obviously the level 4 and 5 tiles are more profitable when it comes to acquiring your territory, which means there is also this technology that is called tax collection. That's for the tax rate collected within your territory. So whenever somebody is gathering in a tile that is within your farm alliance's territory, then you also get some taxes for that. And if you increase this technology, then you can also get more taxes. We will get into that a little bit later. So from here you can have an approximate idea actually, to see, okay, where can I go for, and quickly find level 5 mines and plan, or level 4 or level 3, and plan the route in which your territory has to increase. In order to quickly get your 2,000 alliance points, you can either wait or have enough members in your alliance to actually quickly donate as much as possible, or in the beginning of a round there is also packs available where you can get alliance points immediately. So now let's look at the alliance technology itself. Like in a farm alliance, what are the two sections that you actually need to focus on? One is the other section, and then the production side. In production, normally people think about how to increase the gathering speed. However, when you don't have that much time to gather or resend troops every day, one important set of technology would be the production technology itself, as in, for example, stone collecting will raise the stone production in your castle. So that is adding extra percentage for your castle's resource production, which is highly helpful in my opinion, unless your alliance is having so many members, and then the gathering speed becomes relevant. So depending on what you have, how many members you have, what kind of time that you have available for sending troops more than once per day, or is it just once a day, depending on that you can focus on either these two of the technologies. And then when you come to the other side, there is actually mainly two technology levels. That is, one is planting flags, obviously, where you need to advance that, be able to have more flags available to plant and get your territory. And then the tax collection. So in my opinion, I would say first focus on getting the plant flags technology to a decent level where you can have enough flags and at the same time have enough alliance points to be able to plant them. You can also plant flags with gems. That's really depending on you and your preferences and how fast you want to grow your territory. And then once you have sufficient territory, then you can start focusing on the tax collection itself, where you get additional resources, basically passive resource production. I will show you how you can see how good is your territory. It's like you already see 1415 is my territory area. However, in the Manage Alliance tab, there is actually something called the Alliance Depot, where you can see how much resources is accumulated in your alliance currently. Only the alliance leader can distribute them, and every member gets a divided portion of it. And you can also see the tax rate total available at the moment in the alliance here on the top as well. It's 17.5 for my alliance right now, but yeah, it's not that great. And also my alliance is not in a great location, so the accumulated resources don't look that great. Some alliances have more millions of them, and that's really great depending on the alliance's location. So it's very important where your alliance is located. You can also see how the territory distribution is kind of looking like. It's not really accurate, but you can see where your alliance castle is located, and then you can just look around and see, okay, this is level 2 mine section, so it's not really that great in terms of tax production. But otherwise, it's very important to keep in mind to increase your tax collection rate as well, so that you have a higher level of passive resource income. And this is also something to notice, like people don't really like shared elite mines, but they also in a way add more to your taxes. For example, if you have two alliances with 17% of resource production tax rate, then they actually add up to 34% when you're sharing an elite mine. And this is actually much higher rate of taxes, and that gives the extra resources into your alliance as well. So it really depends on how good the relationship between these two alliances, of course, because people can have clashes and then have issues with people attacking tiles instead of sharing them properly. So that's like just a little bit of a tricky situation where you can use, but you need to be able to communicate with each other. So that's about technology in your farm alliance. And then of course there is alliance expansion, where you can have maximum number of alliance members. So that really depends on how many castles you are trying to get from into one farm alliance, so that you can share the elite mines yourself. So depending on that, choose how many members you want. At the moment I have only 8 here who is happily sharing the 3 or 4 elite mines that I have in this alliance. So that's it for today. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments about the video, or more questions about alliances itself, feel free to leave that in the comments below, and see you in another video. Goodbye guys.